Yowie Scano. Good morning, everyone. Welcome here to Seneca Nation. I'd like to introduce my council. Standing here in support of me, and I appreciate that. Yowie to my council. In 2002, the Seneca Nation entered into a gaming compact with the New York State. The Seneca Nation has faithfully followed the terms of the compact since 2002, but this compact remains in effect today. We are now approaching the final share payment as clearly outlined in the language of the compact. With this payment, the nation will have provided the state's revenue share contribution for 14 years. These contributions total more than $1.4 billion. Per the plain language of the compact, revenue share contribution exists for 14 years. This is not new. The language of the compact has not changed. We are following the language of the compact as we always have. The signing of the compact in 2002 started a wave of economic progress for Western New York. With our gaming operations, the Seneca Nation is one of the largest employers in Western New York. We enjoy strong business partnerships with the local communities and local companies and its suppliers. We have made more than $1 billion in private investments to our community, which has been transformational to the local construction trades. Clearly, the Seneca Nation plays an important and active role in the community and in the local economy. This is our home. With the completion of our revenue share responsibility under the compact, we now look forward to working with our local leaders to continue this economic progress in Western New York. Yowie.
Yeah.
With that, we'll open it up for some questions.
We reached out to the governor's office and he sent us a memorandum of understanding that has been signed by former President Barry. It outlines that you all would continue paying after it renewed after 2016. Can you kind of speak about that?
The 2013 MOU reached an agreement with the state for their violations of the compact. It did not change the underlying terms of the compact, and which is clearly in plain language that the revenue share was for 14 years.
Are you willing to sit down with the governor's office at all? They also said they're willing to, I guess, renegotiate new terms?
Well, like we said, the compact is intact still. We are complying with the compact. I spoke with the governor this morning, and there is a willingness to talk.
Sir, was this a matter of somebody forgot to put something in that says, and oh, by the way, you'll continue to pay?
No, that's it was our read on the compact, and we're complying with it.
And so it wasn't a matter of somebody forgot to put something in, just a matter of a line or something like that, or a semantics of some sort?
Not on our part.
Did the state ever acknowledge or talk in previous negotiations about what they thought was going to happen at the end of 14 years?
You'd have to talk to the state.
Do you think they just kind of assumed you'd keep paying?
Like I said, you have to talk to the state on it.
So you're both willing to sit down and renegotiate at this point, or?
We'll talk about it. I don't know about renegotiate. I don't know if that's the right term, but we're complying with the compact as it's written.
So what issues are on the table that you'd like to talk about over this?
We're looking at the local share, and we've always been a good neighbor here in Western New York. We'll continue to be a good neighbor. Western New York is our home. We're not going anywhere. And we have good relationships with a lot of local leaders and the business community.
Mr. President, is it a matter of, you say you're willing to talk, they're willing to talk? Do you see this compact extending with some sort of understanding that you might be sharing some sort of revenue, albeit maybe not the same amount?
That's been stated already. It's in our statements we put out already, that we're looking for the locals to still pay for the services and local revenue share.
Have you talked with local leaders, municipal leaders, before this about this matter?
Yes.
And what have they said to you? Are they open to? They want to make a one-on-one agreement with you, or how does that work?
Yeah, they were cooperative. We've been friends for a while. We've fostered relationships with all the communities. We know each other personally, and we're willing to work together.
So the money will continue going to the cities, but not the state?
Correct.
Okay. I'm also looking at the compact right now, and it says, unless either party objects in writing delivered to the party no later than 120 days, that this will be renewed for 7 years automatically. Was there something that you delivered in writing to the state?
No, there was no objection by either side, and it renewed on December 10th.
Can you actually, this desire that you might have to make whole the local communities, the host communities, can you even do that? Because the compact is with the state, not with the local communities.
Well, our obligation to the state ended. This will be something new. That's why we need to talk about it. That's a state law that provides for the local contribution out of the exclusivity fee.
Sir,
that ended.
Does any of this have to do with the new, I think it's Lago Resort, and its impact on the handle at, let's say, Seneca, Niagara, or other casinos?
No,
Nothing?
separate issues.
Is there an issue there that you need to talk about with the state?
We've had issues with the state on a number of issues, and that's just another one that you can put on the list.
So is it clear that, to you, that even though the agreement is ongoing, exclusivity agreement, part of it goes on, but not the payments, that's what you're saying?
Correct.
Are there any meetings scheduled at this point with the host communities?
No, we're looking forward to that.
So just, if I can go back to one more question I asked before. So, do you know, did the state ever acknowledge to the Seneca Nation that there would be no payments after 16? Was that in there, did they tell you or acknowledge in some way to you that they realized that?
No?
Does that mean the amount to, like, the city of Niagara Falls to help with Seneca Niagara? Does that mean that their amount won't change? That they can look forward to receiving that?
The revenues have been declining steadily for the last couple of years with the shrinking gaming market. We keep putting new casinos all around the state or in the region. Our revenues are going down.
How does that, can you talk a little about how that impacts the nation?
Yeah, there was some projected revenue loss of 20 million. You know,
When you were running and when you were elected, you said that throughout your term, you were going to look out for the people. Is this another way that you're continuing to look out for the people?
yes.
But even though that revenue is declining, some portion of it will still go through those local municipalities, is that correct?
Yes.
I had heard that the nation was frustrated with tourism promotion, and because the casinos were being forgotten by the state when it came to that. Can you talk to that issue?
You know, it seems to be an ongoing issue, but we went to the governor's budget proposal that he paraded around the state, and I see no mention of the contribution that Seneca made to Western New York. A little disheartening.
How was your conversation with the governor today? I mean, having just said that, how was your conversation with the governor?
Some personal stuff there, but we're working with the governor. You know, he was my first call.
Do you think how would you describe or agree that the reaction was one of possible surprise on the state's part?
Measured surprise, I guess.
Was it a cordial conversation at least, Tom?
Yes.
So it leaves you optimistic that maybe something can be worked out to the mutual satisfaction of both parties?
Yes, it will have to be. According to the compact, if there's a disagreement, we enter into good faith negotiations, and we look forward to that.
With the declining revenues from Seneca Niagara, what will likely happen to that amount? What you're saying, to the amount going to Niagara Falls?
It'll decrease with the percentage that it's going down. You know, we've known that for a while. Talking to the Assembly and the State Senate across the state, you know, we all knew that. They're slicing that pie in too many pieces, and everybody's revenue goes down, not just ours.
So with the three parties, is it talk with City of Buffalo, City of Niagara Falls, and are those the parties in this, would be City of Seneca, or?
Yes.
So is your intention to have some kind of legal hearing with those three entities?
Yes.
Something in the works right now then?
Not right now. I mean, we need to enter into those talks. This coincides with our final payment of our exclusivity, which is March 31st. And coincides with their budget, you know, that's, you know, it's, I guess, a coincidence, but, you know, it was coming, and we were working towards that and trying to slow our rollout, but can't control the media, you know.
Pending those discussions, is it gonna be business as usual for you guys?
Yes,
And then the revenue that won't be going to Albany from now on, how will that be redirected?
we'll determine that.
I guess, any plans in place to, invest in the community, something like that, people, higher revenue sharing for people, how will the Seneca Nation, residents?
We'll use that for our own services and benefits, really. I mean, we don't collect taxes here on the nation. That's how we support all the benefits that we provide our people. And our nation isn't growing smaller, we're growing. There's an increase in demand on, our revenues, and we'll treat that accordingly.
How would you describe the Seneca Nation's relationship with New York State since this 2002 agreement went into effect?
Since 2002?
Yeah, it's some rocky spots, it seems.
Yeah, rough spots, but we work it out, We have to be diplomatic and reach agreements that are benefit to everybody. Like I said, we're from Western New York. We're here. We're the heart of Western New York, and we're not going anywhere. And we look forward to our good relationships moving forward.
Did they give a timetable of the governor's office of when they would like to sit down with you and discuss everything? No timetable yet, but our final payment, like I said, is due March 31st. We'll make that payment. I don't know how long it takes the state to disperse that to the local economies, but we'll work from there.
Do you have a figure for that final payment, how much it will be? At this point, or?
I think it's approximately $30 million.
Do you worry about reprisals from the state?
I can't be concerned with the state. My goal is to work for my nation, my people.
Are there other nations that have similar agreements with the state?
Yes.
And have you spoken to any of their leaders to see what they're doing and where they're going from there?
We've had talks previously. We didn't want to give them our plans, but I know they'll be watching.
But you have spoken with them about?
Yes, they're our friends. We're all related, really. I mean, the 6 nations, I have family all over New York State, Canada. They drew these lines. We didn't draw them.
Is it fair to say, with seeing all the people that are sitting behind you, that this is a united front on the Seneca's part?
Yes, my council stands firmly behind me.
Does it mean something to you?
Yes, we're all together in this.
Great, I'll do one more question, guys. Up for grabs.
But about the people who live within the nation, can you talk a little about what they've been saying? What all of your constituents have been saying?
I think they're supportive. Like I said, we've had this plan for a while, and I gave my State of the Nation address last week. And we could have rolled this out sooner than that, but I wanted to let my people know what our plans were in the nation. And that's my foremost responsibility, and we carried that out, and, here we sit.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.